Public school students across the province will soon have access to take-home PCR tests, something that doctors and parents have been calling for since the early days of the pandemic. Now, this is just one of the many measures announced by Education Minister Stephen Lecce today in hopes of protecting schools against COVID-19. But critics say these measures come a little too late.
Our plan and the strong protocols are keeping schools safe.
Under the new plan, if a student develops a COVID-19 symptom or is identified as a close contact of a positive case, they will be able to pick up a test at their school and do it at home.
There's a great benefit for families to reduce disruption, to reduce wait times to get the result, and it's much more convenient for working parents.
PCR tests have been available at schools in Toronto and Ottawa as part of a pilot project, but will now be expanded to the remaining 3,700 publicly funded schools in the province.
Parents have the opportunity to go to an assessment center, but I can tell you from a very personal experience as a father, in a recent school event, that a testing kit was sent home to one of the friends of my children, was delivered, and within 18 hours we had a test result.
Also announced what's being called Test to Stay, an expanded rapid testing approach at schools with multiple cases of COVID-19. The goal is to eliminate having to shut down schools where there may be an outbreak. And when it comes to staff, unvaccinated workers will now have to undergo rapid antigen testing 3 times per week. That's an increase from the twice-weekly testing currently required.
We strongly encourage those staff members to get vaccinated. But in the meantime, we are elevating our vigilance and our expectations on them.
3 times now is going to increase the administrative burden. It's going to increase the toll this is taking on our school boards.
The opposition party says this wasn't the announcement they were hoping to hear. Rather, they're calling on the province to make the COVID-19 vaccine mandatory for all education workers.
What I was hoping today was that we were going to hear from this government a move to bring in mandatory vaccination for education workers, and I saw instead, a very much delayed testing announcement, and then more tests.
Earlier this week, the province revealed that if such a rule were in effect, up to 50,000 education workers in Ontario could be fired. Now, more than 85% of education staff are fully vaccinated, while the remaining 15% have stated they are not fully vaccinated, have a medical exemption, or have not disclosed their status at all. Now, these measures will go into effect in schools as of November 15th.